Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kura Isagami, your resident tinker and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet fighting robot series. Well, it looks like this has been an extremely spicy and on-fire 5.5 year anniversary for Medarot S. We have seen the introduction of not one, not two, but three successors to two of the four original trump card types from the days of Medarot 3. In week 1, we saw the introduction of King Landio as the new Trump King. Last week, we saw Jack Arceus as the successor to the Trump Jack, and we also got a little bit of a teaser as to the successor of the new Trump Queen type. Now this week, though, is when she officially graces the battlefield with her debut, and boy oh boy is she packing a lot under the hood when it comes to what she is bringing to any team she's put on. That being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what was officially announced for this week, starting with the gacha banners and who to expect in this week's lineup in the first week of August to carry on the new month. Now, much like in previous weeks, we are only seeing one new model that's introduced, but boy is she packing a lot of brand new stuff that will be going live with her. This is TQN01 Last Queen, with a completely brand new kit of Double Melt, Exhaustion, Lock Blow, Sea Legs, and the leg ability of Pick On. Now, much like the original May Queen, who definitely was an absolute menace on the field when it came to the kind of negative ailment she could bring, Last Queen basically does everything May Queen could do, but arguably better in a lot of cases. In her change mode, where she does assume the form of a royal scepter, much like the original May Queen did, she does exchange her kit out entirely for more new skills of Reincarnate, All Guard, Rebuild, Float Legs, and the leg ability of White Mage. Now, of course, Rebuild is not anything new. We did see it originally with Vasiliades, the new Hydra type that was introduced earlier this year as well, but it's still an almost completely brand new kit across the board with what Last Queen is bringing, and it only makes it clear that King Landio and Jack Arceus were only just kind of whetting the appetite, so to speak, when it came to bringing a whole slew of new stuff that is more than certain to change up the meta once she does officially hit the scene. Now, alongside Last Queen are, of course, a couple of Black Knights that are coming up alongside her as boosted rates, and those are for the original Pt.3 Black Beetle with Missile, Rifle, Gatling, Biped Legs, and Through Shot, who can exchange her kit for basically just a stronger version of Missile, Rifle, Gatling, but exchange her legs for Tank and her leg ability for Aim. And we also have KWG-05F Black Stag joining the fray as well, with Stat Cleanse, Sword, Hammer, Biped Legs, and Through Fight. She also exchanges her kit out ever so slightly for when she transformed into Trap Clear, Sword, Hammer, Flight Legs, and Straight. So ultimately, much like it has been in previous weeks, all three of the highlighted bots for this week are meta change only, so it's going to be just a little bit more unforgiving as far as what to expect and the likelihood of pulling these models are. So you will either get the entire set all at once, or, unfortunately, none at all. But given that both Black Beetle and Black Stag still have some very solid conventional parts that you can make use of. Black Stag in particular has a fantastic stat cleanse part you see on a lot of competitive teams for its incredible heating and cooling. But there is something that to be found on every single model that you can pull from this week's boosted rates, alongside the boosted rates of the previous weeks for King Landio and Jack Arceus, if for whatever reason Last Queen does not tickle your fancy. Now, for this week's Fierce Battles, as we start off the month of August, it's going to be a lot of familiar faces as well, with a lot of diversity between all 6 of the models. This week, we see a rerun of popular models such as HPP0 Hippopotamus with Stealth, Double Break Hammer, Tank Legs, and Trap Buster. GBK01 Melody Beats with Super Repair, Wave, Missile, Multi-Legs, and All-Rounder, and BTA0 Mekong Narob with Guard Boost, Double Provoke, Sea Legs, and Blow Beat. On this bottom row, we have OWS0 Papio Chevalier with Fight Boost, Discharge, Counter Guard, Float Legs, and Mascot. CMR0 Aim Flash with Flash, Beam, Mega Gatling, Wield Legs, and Extra Magazine, and CRC01 Shafu with Sword, Double Anti-Air, Biped Legs, and Excel. So ultimately, like I said, you really can't go wrong with any one of these 6 models for what they bring to the table, because they all have at least one really good part that you can use just about anywhere. Hip-Hop Pajamas mostly for Trap Buster legs if you do need them, and Break Hammer if you need it for any particular reason, as well for Heavy Punish. Melody Beat is probably going to be the big all-rounder, hence the hence her all-rounder kit, of course, as you see here. And Mekogna Robe mostly for Aggro Magnet, if for any kind of bulky defender you want to use him for. Papio Chevalier is going to mostly be your all-around melee support. Aim Flash is going to be extremely popular for a very high heating and cooling flash, and fairly solid wheeled legs at that, if I'm being completely honest. And Shafu for conventional melee anti-air in the case that you do need it. Ultimately, though, I do have to give MVP of the week to Aim Flash in this case, because having very fast legs and extremely fast flash head means that you can catch a lot of stuff off guard with relative ease and not really have a lot of problems with things outrunning you. Now, that might be just a little bit harder based on the team that you're going after, but given that a lot of stuff this week has been focusing on defenders, stuff like Flash and Slip might come in handy to make sure you can keep them from actually doing their jobs. For events this week, it's going to be one last run of events celebrating the 5.5-year anniversary. This time, no new medals are going live, but we do see a brand new model being graced as an event reward and a handful of new stuff to kick off the month. This month, we have the opportunity to earn LDB0 Honey Force, which is a model from the original Medarot 3 with Mirror Guard, Slip, Charge Drain, Biped Legs, and All-Rounder. You can also earn skin emeralds to use in the skin shop, gacha tickets for the month, and more. Now, this week's event also will be Meta Meister, which means it will be staggering its event over the course of the week, one event at a time. So this means essentially once you clear a top score for the specific event for that day, you're basically done. Next day you come in, the event will be just slightly harder, maybe an extra modifier or two, but some new challenges. So basically, it's a very easy one and done that really shouldn't take up too much time, unless you're planning to go for the gold and just kind of go for the highest score possible. Now, as far as Honey Force is concerned, unfortunately, like they did in previous weeks with Potato Insect, I do not have numbers, and they did not give numbers for her overall stats, so unfortunately, I will not have her breakdown out on this coming Tuesday at time of recording, much like I do in usual. I'm slightly mad at Imagineer for that, but I can only do so much at my current standing. So that breakdown will be going live as soon as possible, most likely once Honey Force is officially dropped, and we can officially see her stat breakdown in-game. I will have that to you guys when I can. The event itself also will be pure sets encouraged, so relatively easy to build teams, and if you've been staying up to date with collecting at least even one or two of the successor trump card types, you really shouldn't have too much trouble with this event overall. As far as events are concerned, we also have another brand new event going live in Meta S, and that is a brand new marathon survival titled Night Parade of 100 Demons. Now, for those that are unaware of what Marathon Survival is, it's basically as the name implies. You challenge a run, when you win, the 12 parts you used across all 3 bots are now added to a banned list, and you cannot choose those parts again until you reach a checkpoint or clear the stage. So basically, this is going to be a test of endurance to see not only if you've been paying attention to using other parts, but also been raising a lot of stuff to have on the back end as backup parts for just in case. So very nice way to keep things fresh and kind of keep on the flexibility wagon just to make sure you just know just a little bit of how to use here, there, and everything. Now, we also have another really big event that's going to be going live sometime in this next week for Meta S, and that is a 3rd volume rerun of the Omega Sisters collaboration that featured both Bala Chitalio and Omega Tail as the iconic frontrunners for Meta S as far as the collaboration is concerned. There was no word on confirming if we get any new models that are going live with these two, but it is officially confirmed that Bala Chitalio and Omega Tail will be receiving permanent stat boosts to kind of help keep them up to date with current trends and current meta. Now, it is also worth noting that Bala Chitalio and Omega Tail also have been previous receptors to, or receivees, I should say, to the tune-up treatment. So they have even more bonuses that are available to them, and this extra stat boost that they're going to be getting is definitely going to come in handy with what they bring to the table. No further word on what exactly that collaboration rerun will entail, aside from the confirmation that it is coming, and the two models the two aforementioned models will be getting the stat boost upgrades as listed. One final note as far as Meta S is concerned, we do have our first look at the August PvP skins and who will be up this week. This month, I should say. This month, we see options for brand new skins featuring Sea Swallow with a Misugai style, a red jellyfish-style Alindi Earth, and a rerun of Dolphin-style Marine Killer, which was last year's late summer PvP skin. Also, in addition to this, the red swimsuit-style Swimmer Mate will be added to the skin shop that you can redeem for green emeralds, which, would you look at that, it's also up this week, up for grabs, as rewards for the current Meta Meister event. It is honestly really nice to see all the different skins that come to play with every month, that we see something new, and it's always nice that they're rerunning older ones as well. I greatly and always hugely appreciate it. Very pretty skins this time around too, so I'm looking forward to officially seeing the 3D turnaround of them in-game. Now for Meta Survivor, on the other hand, it is going to be an extremely quiet week as it does continue to celebrate its half-year anniversary. So that being said, the God Emperor and Primary Baby event will continue on with the event reset and refresh through the week, starting tomorrow, actually, at time of recording. So, not really anything to mention there aside from another slew of rewards that will be continuing over the course of the next couple weeks to continue celebrating Meta Survivor's 6-month anniversary. So, they've been handling this very, very well with a lot of stuff and lots of free stuff, I should say. So, I'm really excited to see if they will start turning things around and kind of helping keep the game fresh as things onwards. Moving away from game-related stuff, as always, we are continually looking for translators to assist us with any current projects or endeavors. This includes any manga translations or the Medarot 4 translation project. So, if you are knowledgeable in coding or cleaning or Japanese and have some time on your hands, or if you know somebody that might, feel free to ask around, give us a shout, join our Discord and ask around about it, and we can definitely get you in touch with the right people. Alternatively, you can also donate to the cause with a link provided below to Variant's crowdfunding, which we can use to commission to have extra lines of text translated. Because with that does make life easier on the translators, so all they have to do is type set and clean, which will make it just a little bit easier on their end, and we can see the final chapter of the Ikki saga with Ikki and Menabi that started with Medarot 2. Once again, feel free to join our Discord or ask around, or even reach out to me personally, and we can get you in touch with the right people to fill you in and get you started on what's still done. One final note before I do wrap us up though, as a friendly reminder, I am also always open for art commissions. This includes live 2D VTuber models ready to rig, 3D models with the works, emote bundles, regular art as well of varying degrees of complexity and detail. I do just a little bit of everything here, there, and everywhere, and been experimenting with a new style of 3D models as well. I will not showcase anything on that just yet because it's still in development, but if it does come out the way I hope it will, I am hoping to extend it and add it as a new commission service for anyone that is looking. Obviously, I will do just about anything as you see here and have a very wide array of things that I cover, of course, minus NSFW or gore, so just something to keep in mind, but something fairly easy. You can reach out to me on any platform, social media platform of your choice. That can be Blue Sky, Twitter, Discord, whatever you choose to use. I will always be happy to reach out and correspond with you. But with that being said, that does basically cover everything for this week's episode. So, like I said, it is going to be a fairly exciting finale and ending to the 5.5-year anniversary for Meta S, alongside a lot of the other really exciting stuff to expect through the month of August. But if you'd like to know more, you can follow us below on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page, or the Metabots Forever community that is cresting 50,000 members and still growing. I'm so proud of how far that's been going. You can also join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below to keep an even closer ear to the ground on the action. This includes any new links to merchandise, fan art, contests, my weekly episodes and breakdowns, or anything else of the like. That is the first place you will see the news before it goes anywhere else on the net. Also, like I said, you can reach out to me personally on your social media platform of choice. Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord, whatever it is, at Isagami for any questions or feedback or suggestions. Furthermore, if you'd also like to collaborate with me, which is having you here on the MNN as a guest host, or me stopping in on your channel for a friendly game and chat, I would absolutely love to coordinate with you. DMs are always open for that reason. Lastly, do also give my dear friend Saint Cisco a follow as well. Their birthday was also just fairly recently on the 1st of August, so very exciting to see just what's in store for them. Very excited and so proud to be considered a close friend of theirs. Definitely give them a follow, and just tell them that your old pal Kura sent you their way. Do also follow Flintlock GP as well for some wonderful Medarot art that they do also provide in their feeds as well. You will not be sorry seeing the kind of stuff they add for your daily Twitter feed and your scrolling. But with that being said, as always, I do appreciate you all for stopping in, just as you always do. And until next time, this is your host, Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.